To start changing the visible problems that you have in public speaking, you must begin by changing the invisible, which is what you don't see. Do you know how to do that? In this video, I will share with you the reasons why you must begin working on your mindset first before you can even get to any techniques to improve in your public speaking. You see, a lot of people don't think of public speaking as part of leadership. And if I asked you, are you a leader? Many of you will probably say, I'm not the leader type. However, for you to get to point B, from the point where you are at now, challenge in speaking, you must lead yourself. So you are going to have to develop some leadership skills to lead yourself first to become a more powerful communicator, a better public speaker. And if you find this video useful, I want you to send me a message on Messenger and ask me, send me the PDF. There is a PDF that I have for you that will give you 2 more systems and tools that I want you to start practicing to begin rewiring your mind to become a better public speaker. So if you want to receive that, just message me on Messenger and say, send me the PDF. My name is Pablo Murillo, and I have helped hundreds of professionals develop their leadership skills to increase their performance and harness the power of their voice, as well as entrepreneurs. So let's get into this, because today I will be sharing with you why it is that you must change the invisible first so that you can then see a difference in the visible problems that you have in public speaking. The one thing that I want you to remember first is this: our thoughts. Our thoughts are the beginning of everything in our lives. And a lot of times when people want to improve in public speaking, we get caught up on courses that only give you techniques to breathe like this, breathe like that, and they leave out the internal processes, which is the real problem, where everything is going haywire and why you're being challenged when you do speak. Don't get me wrong, techniques will help. But this is the first step that we must take. So, number 1, remember this. Your thoughts generate your emotions. When you have a thought, if it's positive or negative, the mind has no other choice than to receive that directive and react according to it. If you say, I am happy, I am happy, I am happy, I am happy, right? You start feeling happy. If you start saying, I am angry, I am angry, I am angry, I am angry, you start getting angry. If you say it long enough, you'll be angry. I didn't feel it right now, but I was feeling it when I said I was happy. So, that leads to emotions. When you are public speaking, you are having certain thoughts that are triggering certain types of emotions, and you haven't noticed it yet, okay? Number 2, thoughts also lead to creation of perceptions. Perceptions are key when it comes to being a good or bad public speaker. I could take a little white mouse and put it in a room with all of us if we were physically present, and some of you will lose your minds when you see the little white mouse. Right? You will jump up and run out of the room. While some other people will get the little mouse and say, oh, look at how cute the little mouse, right? Same mouse, different perceptions of what the mouse would do to you. Therefore, different reactions and different actions. When it comes to public speaking, the perception that you create of it is key to succeed at it or make it your demise. Number 3, thoughts lead to habits. Depending what kind of thoughts that you have in any area of your life, those thoughts will produce actions that you will engage in. And if you have those thoughts repeatedly, day in and day out, they will develop habits that will create an outcome in your life. I always tell my folks, if you want to change a result that you're getting in any particular area of your life, look at the habits that you have in that area of your life. Change the habits and you can change the outcome. Thoughts lead to emotions, lead to perceptions, and they lead to habits. And they create the quality of your life. There's no way around that. If you have negative thoughts, you will have negative perceptions, you will have negative emotions, you will have negative habits, you will have a negative life. It's the same for the opposite of that. your inner world will reflect your outer world. That challenges that you have in public speaking right now, that anxiety you feel, that fear you feel, that sweaty palms, that heavy breathing, that feeling that you are going to die, all that is happening not because you can't speak, because you can speak. You speak to people, right? It's just that in front of an audience or in front of your colleagues at work, you completely lose it. Because your inner world right now is completely inundated with negative thoughts, which are leading to negative emotions and are just destroying the entire experience, not allowing you to perform as a speaker. So remember this. If you want to change the outer world, then we got to start changing our inner world first. And to change the invisible, it is the first step to change the visible. The visible are the problems that you're having. But those problems are coming from in here. That's it. It's in here. You are in charge to change what's going on in here with a few systems that I will be sharing with you. So let's look at the other side of this then. What are some of the things that you can actually do to begin reconditioning your mind to be a better public speaker? The first thing that I want you to start doing when it comes to changing the invisible first is to be cognizant of the words that you are using when you think and describe public speaking. Words matter. I want you to make a list of what kind of words you associate with public speaking. And I bet you that you will have a bunch of negative ones. None of them will probably be positive. I want you to acknowledge that and see them and begin realizing when those words are coming into your mind as thoughts. Because the task is to stop those words from coming in, because otherwise your mind has no other choice than to listen to that directive, which are those words. Once we start noticing that and we start doing a better job at blocking the negative words that are coming into our mind regarding the description of public speaking, that will lead to a different physiological response. The mind, as powerful as it is, has no other choice than to do what we tell it to do. So if you start saying, oh my God, what are they saying? What are they thinking? Oh, I feel horrible. If you start thinking those thoughts, your mind has no other choice than to send a message to the body, to send adrenaline, to release different hormones that will create stress. It is important though that you realize that there's a problem with the words that are coming into your mind first, and start training your mind to block them and replace them with positive words to describe the experience and connect them to public speaking. This will lead to new mental habits. New mental habits. That is the key of it all. Right now, you have a habit of allowing negative words to come into your mind to describe public speaking, and that leads to the anxiety, the fear, etc. And then that creates a habit that you have in place in your mind. So if we reverse engineer the process, we can start saying positive words to describe public speaking, which will lead to a more positive perception of what public speaking is, and then we can develop a new habit when it comes to public speaking. So make sure that you start doing that and begin conditioning your mind. In every video that I'll share with you moving forward, I'll have nuggets from different aspects how we will continue to work on our minds so that you can become a better public speaker. And remember, if you want the PDF with 2 more systems that you can implement on daily basis to recondition your mind, send me a message on Messenger saying, send me the PDF. So this is Pablo Murillo from Genesis Leadership Trainings. See you at the top where the champions belong.